Every morning, good morning, guess what you do? You stretch like he's doing. You open the windows if you can. Actually, the first thing you do is remember your dream. We already did that part. Just to write it down, or even if you don't write it down, just taking a moment to record it. While I'm talking about this, how about you do some stretches? Or some neck stretches. So now I prefer to do all this stuff in bed. He prefers to do this when he sits up. But the main thing is getting those shoulders loosened up, because a lot of times in our sleep, do a big yawn, that's right. Always make sure you do a big yawn. And you see how he's stretching his neck side to side. Now, this neck exercise that he's doing, I will go over in a particular video called Neck Exercises. But he's just doing a nice little check-in, all 360 degrees. It's a yes-no all the way around. Usually it's a much bigger exercise, but he's just going around and just checking in, seeing where any stretches are.
This is a simplified version.
This is a simplified version, right? When you sleep, you tend to get a little bit tense sometimes, depending on what your dream is, what your stresses are, da-da-da-da. So when you first wake up, make sure that after you've opened the windows, or even before you open the windows, that doesn't matter when, some kind of morning ritual every day to help your body know transitioning out from the sleep state to the wake state, raising, rise, and shine, stretching, yum. And then we're going to have him go get a sip of water, right? Or juice, or some kind of fluids. You don't have to have fluids. I've been debating about this.
Get food.
Get food. Break the fast. Break fast. Break fast.
Yeah, literally that's what it means.
Exactly. Duh. Brush your teeth in the morning, because the tartar or whatever it gets on there. Oh yeah, so yeah, that's another ritual I think is a healthy. So the important thing is not to do unhealthy rituals in the morning, but to do healthy rituals in the morning.
Obviously, do not start the morning by watching a show. Start the morning by going outside or something. Usually I do is I go outside for a few seconds, stretch, look around, then I go get myself some food, and get some water, and then I start whatever I'm going to do.
So you just go outside,
Stretch and...
stretch. You stretch outside.
Yes.
That's where you usually... Yeah. Connecting to nature while you're out there. And do you eat while you're out there, or do you come in and get food?
I usually come in and eat.
Uh-huh.
Or sometimes I bring my food out there with like a book or something.
Yeah. Just something so you connect to the
Books
universe.
outside, computers inside.
Well, actually, I think computers should be outside too.
Technically you can. Unfortunately, computers sometimes have bad battery life, and when they don't, they have, glare problems.
Glare. Oh, yeah.
So, unless you have a really shaded area.
Yeah.
But it's especially bad on cloudy days. You think it would be better on cloudy days, but it's actually not. Because on sunny days, at least there's shade.
Mm-hmm.
On sunny days, there's shade from the sun. Meanwhile, when it's cloudy out, there is no shade. Because the entire thing is a big, huge ball of white.
Right. Now, if you live in a city where there isn't any green spaces, it's a little bit harder to connect with nature and something, and so you don't necessarily have to go outside. You can just kind of connect to the sky outside the window, and if you're in a place where there's no windows...
Move to a different apartment.
Huh?
No windows is bad for you.
You can still connect. You just take a moment when you're laying...
I agree, but still,
You're limited by what you have, Eagle. Not everyone has a window, and when you don't have a window, you can still connect. I'm not even looking outside the window right now, and I'm still connecting to the nature. I'm listening to my sounds outside. I'm listening to the air inside. There is a nature inside the room. Mm-hmm. Ideally, of course, you have a plant in the room to help clean the air and filter the air.
Just like a little indoor plant. Maybe it can be edible, too.
Yes, that would be ideal. Having edible...
Or you can, build my baby cactus. I think baby cactus is, many varieties or succulents. You just take one sprig and plant it in like a small bowl of some sand and a few rocks on top. Water it every now and then, and eventually it'll get really big, and then you'll just be able to break off more.
Yes. The cactuses are great. If you're especially indoor plants, cactuses are great because a lot of us forget to water, and cactuses are able to handle that lack of water.
They water themselves, technically.
Yeah.
Also, cactuses, they store water inside themselves, so when you do water them, they soak up all the water into this sponge.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they're made for, less water conditions.
Yeah, which a lot of us who are brown thumbs, if you're like me, brown thumber. And yet, I have a website called Edible Urban Oasis, which you should check out because it was created by a brown thumber. Which when I say brown thumber, I'm talking about somebody whose plants
Always die.
always die because they. And actually, you know what? I decided for PC reasons we shouldn't say brown thumber, but it's the whole idea.
Personal computer reasons? What?
PC is referring to. What does PC stand for?
Professional commitment? What?
No.
Okay,
we gotta go look it up.
PC stands for personal computer, i.e., Windows.
Okay,
versus Mac.
You can use the same.
PC versus Mac.
You can use the same. What is it? Anagrams? No. The two letters. When you have letters that represent something.
Us versus US.
Or like STEM is science, technology, engineering, maths. What is it called when you have the letters mean something?
That's an acronym.
Acronym, that's right. So you can have the same acronym. You can have one acronym mean many different things.
Yeah, sure you can.
Huh?
Whatever. Maybe.
Yes. PC is one of those examples.
It's supposed to mean generally is one thing.
No, it doesn't. People use the same letters for many different things.
Is it context?
Yes.
I suppose.
The same word can mean different things. Like, what's an example of that would be? Or the same word, you can have it mean different things. I was going to say there, but that's actually a different spelling. There.
Air. H-A-I-R or H-A-R-E?
Hair?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, but that's different.
Bunny rabbit.
But those are two different spellings.
Jump.
Give me an example of a word that means...
I don't know. It's a video about something else, though.
Huh?
By the way, this is a video about something else.
Yeah, but every time we make a morning video, we end up talking about other things.
Alright, well, let's see.
Anybody else?
Present.
Okay. Everybody,
present.
If you're watching this
present.
video... Yes, present. If you're watching this video, I want you to put in the comments all the words you can think of that...
Or acronyms or things.
Yes, so interact with us. Say hello, say hi, who you are, what city you're in. You don't have to say what city, what state you're in. No, whatever. Give us some idea.
Location.
Fine. I like that kind of stuff. I like stats. But the whole idea is...
YouTube's good for stats anyways.
No, but I think it's cool in the audience members.
Okay.
So, write down all the acronyms. That's your fun assignment for interacting with us. Saying good morning to us. Say good morning first, hi, or good evening, or good night, or whatever time you're looking at this. And
remember that we're not.
Get your brain churning. This is your morning ritual. Saying hello, and tell us all the acronyms you can think of that mean two different things, and or all the words that you can think of that mean two different things.
A present is in like a birthday present, Christmas present, or a present is in present time. Or I guess
that's
spelled
the same way, I think.
What?
That's spelled the same way.
Yes. I guess time goes this way, doesn't it?
Clockwise.
Time goes backwards or forwards?
I don't know, sometimes I feel like it's, time is weird.
Some scientists want to get rid of time.
What? Why?
This doesn't work. It's confusing.
Where did you read this or hear about this?
What's Invisible More Than You Think by John Lyde on TED. TED video.
What's invisible more than you think?
By John Lyde.
But yeah, that's a. What's invisible more than you think? And what were the other answers?
What?
Did you look at the comments to see what other people answered?
No.
No. Look at the comments.
In the video, he said that one of the things that's invisible is time.
Yes.
And so some scientists want to get rid of it because it's so confusing.
I think it's just a
It
commentary.
doesn't make any sense. Maybe. Maybe.
Time is an essential aspect to a lot of scientific study. Maybe some philosophers want to get rid of time.
Did you know that a speed of light, you should be grateful the speed of light isn't infinite? You know why? The very fact that speed of light isn't infinite is what gives time to happen.
Okay, hold on. I got distracted by your posture. Okay, what were you saying?
Time only exists because the speed of light is not infinite. Now, I'm going to go into a little bit of quantum theory. If speed of light is infinite, since the speed of light is directly equal, and defines the curvature of something called causality, which is basically the time element of space-time. So, if the speed of light is infinite, then there would be an infinite curvature of causality. In other words, an infinite curvature of space-time. Which means that space-time, or rather time, would travel infinitely fast down that infinite slope. Because it is not, speed of light is not infinite, that means that there is a not vertical slope, and so time has a chance to travel down it not infinitely fast.
Not what?
Not infinitely fast. Time is not infinitely fast. If speed of light was infinitely fast, then it means that a photon would be at every point at once, which would get rid of the need for time. That's why the speed of light being anything but infinite makes it so that we have time.
Trying to figure out if I followed all that.
Luckily, warp speed still works, though, so if you get hyperdrives, warp speed still works. That is, if you can figure out to create negative mass. Yeah, that part's hard.
Alright, folks, that is your morning bit of philosophy. Quantum theory to think about and ponder for the rest of the day.
Be grateful that speed of light's not infinite. Otherwise time wouldn't exist. Because there wouldn't be time for anything to move, because everything would be everywhere. Alright.
That reminds me, last night, did you guys say something about watching something you asked me if I wanted to watch somebody who was traveling faster than the speed of light? What was all that?
I asked you that last night?
Or maybe the other night? Or somebody
I don't
was...
know.
No? Alright, never mind. Scratch that. Blooper.
Also, by the way, there's things passing through right now. It's called neutrinos.
Yes, what about neutrinos?
They travel at almost the speed of light.
Yes.
Almost very close to it. Actually, they can travel a bit slower, but they arrive first. Do I know why? Light is a wave. Neutrinos are a particle. Okay, yeah, light's also a particle, but only when it wants to be. So, yeah. Light is a particle that moves in a wave form. It's a weird excitation in wave form. A wave that turns into a particle, or is a particle, but is a wave coming out of a particle, rather. That's an excitation of the photonic field, otherwise known as the electromagnetic field. Photonic sounds better.
Photonic sounds better.
So, I have my little photon going, and I have my neutrino going, in a straight line. Even though it's going a little bit slower, it arrives first. And that is what allowed scientists to discover a supernova. I think it was like 1974. And 1974, I don't know. But that's why there's a whole bunch of great neutrino detectors. Big, huge things that are, like about a mile or like a dozen kilometers underground. And filled with water at the bottom with thousands of detectors stuck inside them.
That's not LIGO, right? That's what I mean.
No. LIGO uses lasers to detect changes in space-time.
Right. So what is, do you
Gravity
remember the name of the thing that you're talking about?
Neutrino detector? There's one in Antarctica underneath a whole bunch of ice, and there's one a few other places. The reason why they're so far deep is because neutrinos like passing through everything. And so, even if a neutrino passes through like a lot of iron, like the entire Earth, or half the Earth made of iron, I don't remember the exact number. If it passed through a lot of iron, it would still not stop. Which is why they need a really, really, really deep hole in the ground with a whole bunch of water in it. Slows it down a little bit. Just a little bit, and only for like 1% of them, or less. Less than 1% of them, actually.
Okay. Okay, so that was our physics for the morning?
Sure. Physics trivia?
Physics trivia. So they call this our good morning rituals and
With
physics trivia.
With a little bit of quantum physics trivia.
Good morning. Alright, stretching everybody and going off to get your supplies of water, and we will do more podcasts later. Alright, big hug, nice big stretch. And wiggle, don't forget to do a wiggle and say hello to the morning. Cheers. Lots of love. Bye.
And as always, thanks for watching.
Grin.